one of you.
I want you to deal with your problems by becoming rich.
This is my home. They're gonna need a wrecking ball to take me out of here.
Good day, everybody. Whether it's morning, evening, or anywhere in between, wherever you are in the world today, welcome to unRekt Traders. Today we're taking a look at Bitcoin, currently on the monthly. We did have a new monthly open as of a few hours ago. And currently, looking at the quasi here, we have the 20 white just coming down into the plus 100. So this is going to be a weak support and resistance level. However, price does currently kind of want to come down to this 20 white here. Will it happen this month? Highly unlikely. The reason why I say that is because the 50 aqua and the 100 yellow are well above the plus 100 range, meaning the price will have a very difficult time getting below support here at 57,700. And if it does, it'll likely just kind of wick down, maybe take out liquidity on this previous month candle, which is quite large. But I highly, highly doubt that we'll get below this support level at 45, let's just say 46,000. So again, price has been following this 10 trend line basically from October 23, and it has remained above that trend line for the most part for quite some time now. And if price does come down to support, it could very well just bounce off of there one more time, try to take it at these highs, and then we have the 3.2 sitting at 96,900. Now if we come down to the weekly, that 3.2 gets reduced dramatically down to 76,800. So price did go bullish from this point here. It would run into that 3.2 first and gets kind of snuffed out unless it really starts to push. Now we do have mean reversion on the weekly down to this 50 still. That has been in effect since June. So possible target for the weekly as of right now is 50,300, let's say. But we do have the 3.2 support on the 20 white here at 54. And then we also still have strong support on the purple 200 and the yellow 100 sitting in and around that 59,000 level. So, price could come down into this range. And again, try to pop up one more time, basically staying within this consolidation area in this range here. All right, so that's more or less the weekly. The 10 and the 20 are kind of mid-range, which we're seeing. We're just kind of just below those areas. Coming into the 3-day. On the 3-day as of right now, we do have the mean reversion on the 100 yellow here at 53.8. But again, decent support below us, starting at 60,000, 61,000, basically the 0.5 of this candle, or just a little bit below the 0.5 of this candle to kind of fill in these imbalances. We do have 3 levels of equality here, so we could break those quite easily. Kind of come down into this little support area, and then from there try to either push above, take out the highs, liquidity, or continue in that downward direction where it really wants to go, and then come to the mean reversion to the yellow 100. Now the purple here is kind of a weak support level, so it could quite break this 3-day, and we have 2 days to figure that out. Coming into the daily. So on the daily as of right now, we more or less got our mean reversion on the 50 here. So we can kind of say that it tagged. It didn't quite get there, but we could say that it did tag. And it wasn't really a true 50 anyway, just because it didn't really pop above that plus 100. It kind of just came to the top of it and came back down. Now the 10 is quite low on the daily. So that'll give us our little come down to the 50 and then likely push us back up to the 66.2, or more than like, well, this candle's been filled. So we'll see how this daily closes, but with the 10 wanting to push up, there is the probability that we do come up to at least the 20 or up into that 10. That 10 tomorrow will be sitting probably at 65.9. So there is the possibility that we kind of come up into this 66,000 range one more time. And then we'll see if we can push up into resistance, or, this kind of comes up, fizzles at the 0 range, and then continues to that downward direction. Or it is very possible that this stays in trend, kind of reverses from here, stays in trend, and continues to the 200 basically down here. There is no other real mean reversions for the most part, so we'll see how it plays out. So obviously, so likelihood is the 10 push up into kind of this range up here, 65, 66,000, and then we'll see where it wants to go from there. Coming into the 4 hour. 4 hour, we saw the mean reversion on the 200 sitting at 62.7. Haven't quite hit that yet. However, we still have quite a bit of stuff coming to that upward direction. Again, the price will want to move up and go possibly, basically probably fill in this imbalance candle here for the most part. Maybe get up to the 66,300, and then well, probably will get up to that 66,300. Snuff out at the 50 maybe, and if it does push above that 50, then we would be looking at coming back into this candle's already been filled for the most part, but we do have a nice basically a double imbalance on this candle right here. So we have an imbalance on this candle and another imbalance on this candle. However, we do have the resistance sitting at 68.2, but I think if it does get up into that range, then it would fill in these double imbalances, and then from there likely take out liquidity really. But we have quite a bit of equal levels below us as well for liquidity to be taken. But what we could, it is potential. There is the potential that we just kind of come down to the possible target, and then, well, I don't think so actually. I think more or less, I think we're gonna probably come up into here, down, and then see what happens from there, because we are in that downward trend. This is our protected high as of right now. So if we break that, then we're coming up into this range. So I do think we break these equal level lows to the downward direction here, coming into the possible target of the 62.6. But I do think that it will try to push up higher, up into the 66,000 range, probably maybe just even into here. We'll see how it plays out. Maybe it'll be just a wick. Come up in here, a wick, and then continue to that downward direction. Going into the Nexus, there's not a whole lot to say about the Nexus, mostly because the monthly has already been hit. I'm going to come down to the 5-minute just so we can see it better. But as of right now, and I did post it in the Discord the other day, I just brought up the future monthly of where it was sitting. Let me see if I can grab that real quick. This was what I posted in Discord the other day. Potential 63,000 monthly pivot. We'll know when it closes tomorrow. Then it'll be a bearish neutral. Odds are price will open above it. So it's the potential to go for the previous month high, which is 70,000, or go into the pivot and decide from there. So because the 70,000 is quite high, we're basically looking at, where is it on here? So basically up here, very high. We do have the daily range, so as of right now, so price likely push up into that daily. But as I was saying in the note there, price was going to push down into that monthly at 63,000, and then we did get that. It was a little higher than I suspected it to be, so came into that 63.6, and then the previous week low as well. So bounced off that previous week low, and odds are it will likely push into this daily, either the lower level or up into that 65.3, and then we'll kind of look at it from there. So based upon the machine, we're kind of looking at 66,000, which would bring us to that daily R1. And then if we get up into this weekly again, then there is that potential that we go bullish. So this will act as resistance for us, as well as the top of the daily for the most part. So we'll see how it plays out. And then we also have the monthly, even though this monthly range has been tagged, we still have the monthly pivot itself at 62.7 for it to kind of come into. Now we are bullish neutral. So basically we are expecting price to kind of continue to that downward direction, coming down into the previous month low is where the first target would be. Monthly S1 or previous month low. And if it goes super bearish, then we'd be looking at the monthly S2 at 46.4. So, but we are looking for that continuation to the downward direction. And again, we just kind of bounced off of here, likely fill this daily, try to get into the weekly. And then from there, we'll see if we continue. If we break the weekly, then we're looking at coming back up into this range. And if we don't, then odds are we'll get rejected, break the monthly low, and then try to push lower. That's kind of what I'm expecting for Bitcoin for the next month, more or less. So we'll see how it all plays out, and we'll keep you updated in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it helped. If you enjoyed the content, hit the like and subscribe. It helps the channel. And we'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.
Visit unRekt.me and download our free powerful indicators. And join our community of traders in our Discord server and get full access to the Machine Suite indicators, the Nexus Suite indicators, and the Nexus Screener.